1 year later and the electrical box is finally covered for good. Kinda just woke up from a nap. I'm so sleepy. My bed is unmade. My hair is kinda dirty. So, you know, this is real life. I just spent like 30 minutes laying out all my colors again, and I'm having the hardest time deciding, and I just wish I had bought more fabric because then I could make them all and then I could put them up on the wall and test and see how I feel. But I think I'm committed to a color scheme, and I really just wish I had unlimited fabric. But for my purposes, I need it to be big enough to cover that thing right there. I have my colors, and I hope that I like it. I can always unpick the stitches, but I just want to like it the first time. So I'm gonna iron a little bit of fabric, I'm gonna stitch, and we're gonna get going there. Hopefully finish it tonight. That'd be lovely if it could just be kind of up here. Probably won't be 100% finished tonight, but I could for sure have 4 pieces of fabric sewn together. I can for sure do that. So that's the plan. That's what we're gonna do. These are my new pillows. Do you remember I found these at Savers in Kansas City? And I wasn't sure about them, but I love them a lot. And they make our bed look nice and bright. And funny enough, remember it was only like $2.99 for both pillows, but then I was like, but then you have to buy pillows to go inside the pillow, so really they're not that cheap of pillows. Well, guess what? I took our old rectangle shaped pillows and put them in the square pillows, and it works perfect. But that's also because those pillows were way past their due date. But I'm gonna go sew. It looks like the iron just heated up, so I can iron some pink fabric. And thank you for being here. I'd like to do this soon because Phil's gonna walk through that door very soon. And it's a mess. I've learned my lesson. You never, ever start to sew unless you do a test piece, which is what I'm gonna do. And I hope that this works. I can cross my fingers. Come on, baby. I can't remember where I could have sworn that this one has like a little thingy on the back. Don't all sewing machines have that? Oh, yeah, it's right there. Never mind. Whoops. Okay, we're sewing. For being honest, I don't know like anything technical about sewing at all. And so, but this looks like it's pulling a little funny to me. So I might try to mess with the tension in a few things. And usually I end up Googling, what should my sewing machine setting be? Let's do that now. 4.5, 2? I don't know, then I get confused because we've got numbers here. Numbers all up here. I know this is tension, but then all these, how do these correspond? That does not sound good. Ah, this is why sewing's the worst. Why? Why is this what happened? Maybe I should look at this actually. Why isn't this working? That doesn't sound good either. Too soon. Ah! Are you kidding me? Why is this? Oh my goodness! It just came apart. Okay. Will it not just slip right back in? No. Like, that's what's so confusing. Like, I don't even know which direction it should be. Okay, so I luckily have the manual. It was just so weird. And it was working, and then all of a sudden, I go to sew, and then this starts like opening on its own.
Oh, wow.
And then it opens and it all spills out.
Is there a little, like, so do you see that little tiny slit at the bottom? It's from the home.
No. The house is a mess too.
Because he will probably be able to figure that out in like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe I should come sew on the desk. And so I'm sewing on the kitchen table, but we can't make dinner and have sewing on the kitchen table. And I've had this fabric ironed for a week now, and so I have to find a place for it new every day so it can lay flat and it doesn't have to be folded. Got background noise, but it better work. So,
I have 54
Take 3.
pork chops and like 6 and 70 bread.
This is take 3 with the sewing machine, and hopefully it works this time. Do I risk it and not do a test and go straight in? I think we do. You never, ever, ever start to sew unless you do a test piece. I think we're good. Tension seems like it might be slightly off. I'm like kind of pulling it, but I think we're gonna go with it. I was gonna sew, kind of hot and sweaty, so I'm taking a quick break outside. And then I'm gonna sew those, and honestly, if all goes well, it's over halfway done. And then I just need to decide if I'm gonna put a back on it and what fabric I wanna use for that. I have like this greenish kind of fabric that I like the color of. I don't feel like it really goes with those, but don't know if it really matters if it's on the back. If you want me to blabber on and tell you, I was thinking that I could use it for the checkerboard quilt blanket thing, but it's cotton and polyester, and I'd rather it just be 100% cotton because I feel like that feels better. And so I could cut the corner, like I could just use it, but I feel like I'd rather have it be 100% cotton. So I'll probably, next time I'm out thrifting, look for some 100% cotton sheet. If I get all 4 squares, rectangles, pieces, colors sewn together tonight, I will be happy. I did flip my needle. The stitching was like really funky and weird and like tight, and I think I realized I put the needle in the backwards, so I think that was causing the problem. So glad that's fixed. Glad the bottom of the sewing machine's fixed, and glad that it's running smoothly. So I might even have like sweat on my upper lip now. It's hot inside and it's hot outside, but the birds are beautiful and lovely. Looks like it's gonna rain. This is how you feel things out. It's not super quiet inside because I decided to come outside. Fingers crossed, finish up the wall hanging. I think what I need to do is add at least 1 layer of fabric on the back, possibly 2, so that you don't see through the yellow and pink fabric. And then I thought that I really was gonna like it with like an orange border or binding, but when I put the fabric up next to it, like the orange, I honestly don't really like it that much. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna trim it a little bit too. I think I want it between 13.5 and 14 inches for all the squares. And so I'm gonna trim a few inches off the edges. I was also gonna say yesterday I trimmed a bunch of the fat quarters so that I could put them for the blanket. So maybe depending on time tonight, depending on what I want to do, maybe I'll start to sew those together as well. But I don't know. That's a whole nother project. So we're gonna get one project done and then decide what we want to do next. Maybe I should scoot this way so then you can see. So it's just taped up right now. I have pink fabric that I'm gonna cut into some bias tape. And I really, really, really want to get this done tonight so that I can then finish binding it while watching a movie or something. So I'm gonna get the pink fabric out, I'm gonna get the iron out, and hopefully gonna speed through this and hopefully chat along the way. As a side note, each square was supposed to be 14 inches. And I measured, no distractions, I measured, and like one of them is 14 inches. So I don't know what happened there. Kind of annoyed, but thought it was kind of funny. I was like, wow, I would mess up that one thing that seems pretty easy and hard to mess up. But somehow I messed it up. I just measured wrong. Looked up the picture and it doesn't say how many inches, but I'm pretty sure, actually, hold on a second. Feels so smart. So I actually have some that I brought back with me, so I'm just gonna measure this and see how many inches this is. And I'm probably glad that I did this because I was going to make it 3 inches. But this kind of just looks like 2.5. Cool, cool. Isn't this so cute? This is from one of my quilted jackets. Okay, 2.5 inches it is. That does not look straight. We need to fix that. Maybe I shouldn't do this while I'm hungry. Maybe I should pause and eat something so I don't keep making mistakes. I wonder how many of these I'm gonna need. 2, probably 3. How do you guys feel about wet hair? I just hate when it makes the back of your shirt all wet, but then I don't know what to do with it. Maybe I need to go get a clip. Wet hair, hungry Sam, not a great combo. Just saying. The other day when I was working, it was in the evening, Phil had gotten home from work, and I was annoyed that I could hear him. But I had earlier been saying how it gets so lonely being at home working remotely. And that doesn't make sense. One bad habit that I have realized is from working from home is whenever I have a break, I tend to pull out my phone, and I think it's because I can scroll and it feels like I am having human interactions, even though it's all through a screen, and then my brain just feels mushy. And I don't feel so great that I have spent extra time on social media, but then when I just sit here alone, it feels lonely. So maybe talking to the camera is exactly what I need. This is the 3rd time I've sewn it. First time, wrong way. Second time, right way. But it was crooked. 3rd time, wrong way. How do I keep messing this up? I am so confused how to put this together. This is our test. Please, please. It's kind of crooked. Please, please, please. I did it. It took 5 tries. We did it. Well, here she is. Uneven, and we love her so much. The fabric that I ended up using on the back. It's kind of like a yellowy green color. And this is what we're hiding. Can't even tell it's there. I love it so much, and the fact that it covers the electric box is a game changer because this is the view that I have when I lay from bed. And so this is what I stare at, and I did not like staring at the electric box. Thanks for coming along. You had as much fun as I did. It would mean a lot if you could either like, subscribe, or drop a comment down below. I'm currently working on colorful blanket, and so if you would like to see that as a video, let me know. So then I know if I should be recording 1 year later and the electrical box is finally covered for good.